Alright, hello everybody, welcome back to another video. This video is going to be about word manipulation on Python. This is going to be part 1, I guess, of either part 2 or part 3, depending on how much I get through. Without further ado, let's get started. So to work with Word docs, you need to figure out, you need a tool that will basically import you need a module that you'll need to import in order to read these files. So what you can do is, if you don't have it, you can go to Help, find Action, click on Settings. And now you can see here that I already have the Python docx already installed. Basically, if you don't see it installed, what you should do is you go over to pip, and search for something called python.docs. You see this one is the one you want to install. And once you click it, just click install. Now I already have it installed, so I'm not going to click install. But yeah, that's basically how you find the Python docs module. If you don't know where that is, again, I just sort of looked through the search option in the help button. So close that. We're going to import our docx module. We can just type it out again. Now we're going to create a new instance called doc. So we're going to type out doc equals docx document. Now I already have a test document here in our Python project, so we're going to take a look at this. And it's basically a very simple text document. It says hello world. This is a text document. My name is Alex Holtes. We'll close that. Now, going back to our line of code, we set a doc object equal to docs.document. They're going to need a parentheses, quotation marks, and of course we're going to put in the our document name. Hit enter, and basically it more or less opened it up. Basically, now what you can do is you can type out something called doc.paragraph. Doc.paragraphs. It basically gives us some information about the text in our paragraphs. Now what we can do is we can get certain like lines basically of our paragraphs rather. So to do this, we'll get some information about our first paragraph. We can type out doc.paragraphs bracket 0, which will give us our first line. And we can get us some more information about another line. So we'll type out doc.paragraphs paragraphs 1. We'll give slightly different alphanumeric code for what we had in here, although they're quite similar because they're in the same file. Now what we can do is we can figure out what the text of each paragraph is. For example, we could do doc.paragraphs 0.text. Gives us the first paragraph in our section, hello world, and again, because it counts each sort of like enter or spaced out lines. For example, went from hello world to I forgot what else was there. Basically, it's just our 0 index selects our first instance, and that's something we covered in earlier episodes of Python. So we're also going to make sure this works with dot.paragraphs, and let's say index 1 text, and it says this is a text document. This is basically the line that came immediately after our hello world. The final we can do is we can use a for statement. Well, it's not the final thing we can do. We can use a for statement to select the whole text. So if we type in for para and doc.paragraphs, I'll just say for each iteration in our docx.paragraphs. Oops, I think I should put in doc.paragraphs first. Print. We'll print para.text. Para.text. And as you can see, it printed the whole thing. Now, another thing you need to know about is something called the run. Run is basically just any kind of block of text that shares some attributes. For example, if you say hello world, that's basically have the same attributes. There's no bold, there's no underline, there's no strike through. But imagine if we had, say, for example, strike through this is a test document. Now, if that happened, we would basically divide the document into different runs. So what we can do is we can type out doc.paragraph. Let's type out 0.runs. And we mean paragraph, so we're going to type that out. It basically gives us, again, some information about our runs. Now what we can do is we can type out length, and then our document paragraphs runs, and it should give us, I believe, 1. And yes, give us 1 length, because again, the entire format here is set up because the font of the entire document is the same, the boldness of the entire document is the same, basically. Now if we type out doc.paragraphs runs, basically nothing. Oops. We're just going to try this out again. Take out paragraph.runs. And yeah, basically this part doesn't exactly work because you need to have something, you need to have an index to kind of reference on when you're talking about runs. Yes, that's basically it of part 1 for Word document manipulation. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.